So you want to know how to escape and score pretty decent points playing the human side. You want to play those icky clowns, but you actually want to get out of there too. So let me walk you through some of the best stuff you can actually get and the best things of what you need to know so you don't make stupid mistakes while you're playing matches. But before we do that, welcome back, Deadies and Ghost Beaters. And if you're new to the channel, I am Old Head Gaming. If you want to stay up to date on the latest horror ASM news, hit that subscribe button and turn on the noti bell. Now let's walk through three different. First thing I think needs to be is pocket knowledge. One of the things you always have to decide is what you're going to spend your 4 pocket items. And I will let you know right now, you can carry the gas tank. It doesn't go in a pocket. So if you see a gas tank and you need to get it to the boat or you need to get it to the bunker, it does not count as one of your items, but you will need to drop it before you can actually use any of your items. So for me, there's 6 items that I want to get if I have the possibility. First, we're going to talk about what are the 3 best items to put into your big pocket. Number 1, the axe. There's nothing better in the game. It's basically the lumberjack axe from Evil Dead. There's nothing that comes close. And then number 2, I think there's a debate between whether the lead pipe or the fireplace poker are better. And then there's quite a bit of a jump between the bat and the frying pan. There's just weirdness that goes on with their hitboxes right now. They could be better after the day 1 patch, but right now I wouldn't use them unless you absolutely have nothing else. And then all the way down to the bottom is the stick. You use the stick if you have got nothing else. Now, inside your pockets, there's a few things that are really going to come in handy. One of the most overpowered things is the air horn, but it is one use, but it will give a 5-second stun. And if you have any other humans with you, it's going to be an auto kill. Number 2, the knife. The knife can be used for breaking things down. It can be used for cutting out of cocoons. It can be used for executions. Very, very good. And it goes in your small pocket, so it's even better. Number 3 is the energy drink. It will give you unlimited stamina for a certain amount of time. It's almost 10 seconds, and you just basically activate Barry Allen flash mode, and you're gone. Number 4, the med kit. If you are low, the med kit is by far the best way to heal. And number 5 is the compass. The compass is one of the best items in the game because it'll show you where everything's at, the 4 locations. And say, for example, you're close to a gas tank or someone had dropped a key card or a spark plug, it'll show you where they're at as well. Number 2, escaping. So first thing you have to know, there is 5 means of escape. 4 that will be guaranteed to be part of the play, and 5 most likely will be. So the first one is going to be either the tunnel or the bridge, depending on what map you end up on. After you remove the cotton candy from whatever event it is going to be, the first thing you need to do in this case is break down the barrier that was put up by planks. And usually the best weapon to do that, once again, is the axe, but any kind of heavy weapon can break down, but some will break down faster than others. Then you're going to have to use the key item of the key. The key is the only thing that will unlock the lock on the bridge or the tunnel. Now, here's the thing. The moment that's open, if you're not trying to rush out, crouch. The only way you're going to get 3 people across the bridge is everyone crouches and it does no damage. Otherwise, you're only going to get 2. There's a little more leeway on the tunnel, but I recommend crouching anyway if you can so it doesn't collapse and make your other friends not be able to go through the tunnel or the bridge themselves. Number 2. Well, this is going to be the bunker. The bunker is going to be powered by gasoline to power the generator. And then after that, you use the key card to activate the door. Once the door is open, 3 people can leave. The boat's very similar. You're going to put a fuse inside of the engine. You're going to fill the gas tank then with gas. You're going to start the engine and then 3 people can leave. And finally, the teleportation machine is a little bit different. You're going to need 2 spark plugs and then someone's going to need to operate it. 3 people can leave through while it's being operated, and then it will still leave an open circle for 30 seconds for you to hop through as well. Or if you're the last person, you can just automatically hop through. You'll get that 30-second circle. The 5th way I mentioned is the Terenzi brothers. Now, if the Clown Apocalypse is activated early, they won't show up. Only at the end of a 15-minute game will they show up. Now, a lot of clowns right now have not been going for full 16 stacks on pods, so there's a very good chance it'll be in your game. They can break through any of the pink walls you see on the outside, and you just run through it. Now, you will see an alert where it's at. It'll show you how many yards away, and you just run to it. If you got one of those awesome energy drinks, that's the time to pop it and just book your ass to it. Those are the big things you need to know survival wise. Now, one of the other things that you want to be aware of is there is a 6th spot on the map, and that is the resurrection machine. Now, number 3, we're going to talk about the resurrection machine because it can only be used once. And if you want to get that trophy, which is one of the hardest trophies to get in the game, which is this one right here, you need to be the last person alive when you activate it. Now, remember, you can use it at any time once it says the activation machine is available in the game. And then you can just bring back people whenever you want, whether it's just one person or it's the entire roster. Now, remember, with the machine, it only does work once and it will only bring back people who are dead. So say, for example, you're seeing the purple outline, it's yellow on the hooks. If you bring that back before they're dead, they're just dead for the rest of the game. So you may want to pay attention to your surroundings first. Also, anyone who escapes will not be brought back into the game. It seems common knowledge, but someone seemed confused by that last night in proxy chat, so I want to make sure that you guys are aware of that as well. The 4th thing you want to know is what can and cannot kill. Well, you're always going to be able to get a kill with a handgun, which will go in your small pocket, or shotgun, which goes in your large pocket. Anything sharp like a knife, a fireplace poker, an axe will all be able to get kills. And that will send a clown to the shadow realm for 45 seconds, increasing the amount of humans versus clowns. Number 5. Should you run? Well, that's an interesting question, and I've seen different play styles work better with it and without it. Obviously, the more you run, the more you will be able to be pinged on the map. So the urban evasion DVD style crouching will leave none, walking will leave a little bit, and they don't leave scratch marks like Dead by Daylight, but they do leave those white pings that you can see. And then, of course, running is just full blown. One thing I see people doing a lot is not running with the gasoline can. You absolutely can, but it takes a lot more stamina. Now, once a member of your team has been cocooned, whether it's you or someone else, they always can escape with one of those sharp objects I mentioned earlier, or you can rescue them. You don't require an item at all. So if you see they just chucked the cocoon and they've left it, go ahead and open it. It'll give you points for your score, as well as rescuing the survivor. You can take them off the hook if they're hung up, as long as they haven't gone from yellow to purple. At that point, there's nothing you can do. They are now in the dead side. Now, speaking of the dead side, this is the last thing I want to talk about, is whether or not you should do mini games. At this point, if you leave a game, you're not getting any score. So if you die and you bounce, that's it. No love, no points, no nothing. So you might as well either watch or do mini games. And what I typically like to do is play a couple right away, like play 2 or 3. And if you get shitty items like the tennis ball or a baseball, I just discard them. But look at what your teammates have. Like, you can get key items like a key or like an ID card to get them through the bunker or get them through the gate on the bridge or the tunnel. So you can get these big items. You can also get them stuff that can help them. So if you see someone is low on health, try to get them a med kit or a hamburger, something that's going to get them going. And these can be either sent to them or you can keep it yourself. So if you see everyone's filled up, you get like a fireplace poker, put it on yourself, especially if the activation hasn't been triggered for the bringing you back and it's still in play. Now, if they've used a reanimation machine and you're already dead after it, well, at that point, there's really no reason to keep anything for yourself. Give it or just discard it. And you're going to get some dumb stuff like tennis balls. You're just going to kick to the curb. No one wants them. They're absolutely awful. Now, this is how you play Survivor. And as you can see here in the background, I'm escaping plenty of times. I've gotten out plenty of times. Class for me depends on how you like to play. And once the highest level is level 50, which unlocks the tough class. You then at that point will have everything at your disposal and you can choose what class plays the best for you. Some people will be very good at athletic. Some people are very good at heroic. I have a couple of friends who are playing rebellious. I'm a resourceful player. Like, I feel like everyone has their strengths. Everyone has their weaknesses, and this game, as it's more of a casual game, will play to what works for you. And this is what I keep telling everyone. Everyone keeps asking me, Old Head, what's the best clown style or what's the best human style? And I said, I can't tell you because it's going to depend on your play style. It's very much in that Friday the 13th manner where certain attributes are going to behoove you more than other ones depending on how you play. And I'm not saying that one class is better than the other because that is just not the case. There's some people that are going to do very well in each of the classes and some people that just prefer other ones, and you're gonna find that out from trial and error once you hit level 50 and you have everything unlocked, because you do get 5 loadouts, so you can make one loadout for everyone and just kind of figure out what works for you. That's it. That's how you play Survivor. That's how you get out, and that's how you unlock these achievements. If you have any other questions though, please let me know in the comments. I can answer anything, or just drop by a live stream. I'm gonna be live streaming every day this week at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, playing Killer Klowns all the way up to the 12-hour stream on launch day, June 4th. As always, thank you for watching, and later, mates.